Hello friends, myself Suchit Angadi. Today I'll be presenting a video lecture on the general issues of the precast construction practices in India. As we all know, precast construction is one of the modern practices or the which is a happening construction technology which is developing nowadays in India. So I will just tell about the some of the issues which are being faced in the construction practices in India. Okay, let's see. Overview, like first, the construction industry in India, it is quite significant, and it is the second most second only to the agriculture in terms of manpower which is employed. Like we see it in our day-to-day construction practices, the manpower which is employed is very huge and very more in number. And also coming to the infrastructure, volume of the infrastructure construction in India is estimated to be around 1 billion crores, which is about 800 8 which is about 8% of the nation's GDP. And also infrastructure and the real estate are the two major sectors in the construction and the real estate contributed to around 6.3% of the nation's GDP in 2013 and probably around 15% in 2015. And also the residential segment is the bulk component of the real estate, covering more than 90% of the real estate problem. And also coming to the precast construction, how much it is being utilized utilized in the construction, we can see only 2% of the total market value of the concrete construction is shared by precast concrete construction. So apart from all that, the all the 98% which is there, it is all totally for the RCC itself, which is the conventional method which is being used. So as there are many advantages of the precast construction, so now let's see the why precast construction practices is not popular in India. Okay, so as we know that initial large amount of investment is required, and large manpower, land requirement, machineries, and all different kinds of issues are there. Here I have listed some of the points which we can know why it's not popular. Need of the large initial investment, as I said, and lack of availability of the ready and economical large lifting and handling equipments. This is one of the major problem in India. Like we don't have proper large or modernized equipments which can be inculcated into this construction practice, and also well trained and qualified operators. So this is also one of the major drawback. We also will also be seeing the what kind how much unskilled labor, skilled labors are there in India for the past 2 decades. And also need for the introduction of the advanced or costlier technologies is also one of the affair which is a problem for us. And lack of good road infrastructure for transporting large precast elements, it is one of the major problem which is being faced by us. Like as we know that these precast elements are slabs, wall panels, and all other elements which are huge in size. So carrying these and the casting tolerances, and if the edges are being not if edges are not being dealt properly while transporting, if the edges are damaged, then again repair and rehabilitation of those structures and all, like we face that kind of problem. So it can also be one of the drawback why it is not being popular. And also lack of continuity with the large projects, and to overcome issues related to the minimizing the casting tolerances, damages occurring at the edges of the corners during handling, as I said earlier. Now let's see the impact and urbanization, and for the demand of the mass housing. Urbanization is one of the global phenomenon, and India has its special issues associated with the population growth. And mass housing and affordable houses is the subject of the great importance, and to be addressed by all of us, that is the social, political, and primarily by the engineering community, that is we people. And also when the urbanization and the population growth is happening day by day in a bigger manner, it also leads to the creation of the more rural villages. That is the most problem, and it loses the integral development of the country or the place where the population is being going on increasing. And mass housing and affordable houses is subject to great importance, as I said. And around 24.71 million dwelling units are estimated to be shortage, which may be doubled in the next decade. So to tackle this problem, precast construction is most needed. And also by adopting this precast technology by other countries during the 1960s and 70s, those countries have dealt the problem of these dwelling units or the housing units, and they have become a developed country. So if we want to become a developed country, so we have to use this type of construction also. And here is the picture shown, which is the urbanization and the GDP growth, which is shown. As the urbanization increases, GDP also should increase. That is one of the main motto should be there when urbanization takes place. Simply, if the population goes on increasing, it is like integral development. As I said, it goes on decreasing, and it deteriorates. So as we can see in this, Delhi is one of the most urbanized city, and it also contributes around 9% to the around 9% to nation's GDP. So the example should be like this, like we should follow this type of urbanization, and we have to move on. And also Gujarat is we can say that also is doing better in terms of GDP and urbanization to Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu also. So this is also should be taken into account. And here are the five states which are likely to be more than 50% urbanized. Here we can see I have listed two tables. The urbanization rate of 2008, we can see Tamil Nadu, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Punjab. They are almost around 35 to 50% total population, and it is the urbanization rate which is shown in 2008, and the urban population, which is in million, has been shown. And when we see this urbanization rate in the next 2 decades, that is in 2030, it is almost around 15 to 20% increase in all the top five states which is being shown. So this also has to be taken care, and with urbanization, obviously there should be growth in the integral development of the country or the nation, and also it should contribute to the nation's GDP. That is also one of the important factor. Now coming to the shelter crisis, like as I have been telling, like there were 24.71 million dwelling units which is having a shortage. So that has to be dealt by precast construction technology itself. Here there are states like which are having the shelter crisis, like Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, West Bengal, Rajasthan, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka. Like these are the different states which have like a shortage of dwelling units. 2.2 lakh houses built in past 3 years by the government agencies, and a 25 lakh requirement to build houses per year to meet this shortage. So see, if we want to build these many number of houses and to meet our requirements and to become a developed nation, the main industry should be precast industry in future. So as I was telling earlier about the skilled manpower shortage, survey was being conducted by ICI, that is Indian Concrete Institute, in the year 2011. 2011, it revealed that there exists a wide gap in the design, architecture, and the execution phases. While 92% of the experts agree that the precast is the solution for the mass housing, and competency levels between both the design and architecture and execution stages are estimated at about 38 to 35% respectively, which is inadequate to drive the technology. So success of the precast technology is achieved by the skilled technicians and the following skilled technicians itself. And here I'll be showing a table that will show the shortage of the skilled personnel in the industry. Okay, so manpower deployment for the forecast and in the construction industry, that has to be known, or why the that has to be known, and the skilled labor has to be inculcated. So that is one of the drawback, and we can see here in 1995 it was just 2.24. So that was with reference to the 11th 5-year plan. Like 2.4 million were only the skilled labor in 1995. It just got increased to the 3.3 in 2005, and in 2002 it is 23.3. That is the skilled labor. When we see the unskilled labor, the ratio has gone increasing with the with we can see it is 10.67 in 1995, 25.94, 25.94 million in 2005, and 56.96 would be in 2002. So we have to think more about this unskilled labor which is being which has been increasing in the construction industry. Because of this, I think that we should have some institutions or courses which give the input to the people or the students who come into the construction field, for the laborers I'm saying. They should have some proper colleges, like as we have ITI colleges, and after the 10th course, like for the electrician, plumbing and all. So for this also, the construction activities also, there should be a proper certified courses, or something has to be done by the government or the institutions or private institutions, so that we can take this construction technology into the better manner. And coming to the status of the precast technology in India, what is the status? We'll see. It is very popular in housing factories and infrastructure products. And in the early 70s, precast was already initiated by the premier national laboratories of India to support the government programs. But very less buildings have been built by this precast technology. As I said, there should be continuity in the buildings which are being built. And also, this Fersenet invented pre-stressed concrete in 1928. Prior to this, concrete was not a popular construction material due to low tensile strength. Use of high strength steel, improvement in durability, etc., led to the precast industry. When once this pre-stressed concrete was introduced in 1928, this precast technology was not that popular. In 1940, when the precast concrete could become the best alternate construction material, having the high strength concrete with isotropic material properties by using the high strength steel and improving the durability. This precast technology went on increasing and became popular. And here we'll see the why this precast construction, difference between the precast construction with the conventional system. Here I listed some of the items, like concrete reinforcement, formwork and all. I will just discuss about them also in brief. With the concrete usage, like in the precast system, less than 1% of the wastage is being there, and whereas in the conventional system there is a 3 to 5% wastage. So this is one of the advantage we can say for the precast construction to minimal the concrete wastage. And reinforcement, steel quantity required is also less when compared to the conventional system, and also minimum formwork is required. Minimum formwork is required in the precast construction. But in the conventional system used for the 5 cycles, then it is scrapped. That is also waste material, and again it harms the natural environment. So that is also one of the drawback. And steel molds which are being used for the panels or the precast elements which is being used around 5 cycles. It can be used for 500 cycles. So we can reuse it 500 times. So that is one of the major advantage we can say. It can be reused again, whereas this steel mold cannot be used in conventional system. And production yard, separate yard will be required for a precast system only. And but whereas in conventional system, rebar and formwork yards will be required for the conventional system. And scaffolding, very minimum scaffolding will be required, and full-fledged scaffolding will be required for the conventional system. That is one of the drawback we can say. And when coming to the manpower, precast construction will have very less manpower required, nearly around 30 to 50 at the production yard. So this can also be one of the advantage. But when compared to the conventional system, we need around 200 to 300 people. 200 to 300 people for our conventional system. As we also know that when a slab is being constructed or something, we need a huge number of laborers is required. So that can be that can be avoided by using this precast construction, by building those units at the site itself. And quality, when coming to the quality, precast construction has 100% quality, but conventional is 75%. And safety, coming to the safety and the clean environment, 90% safe for the precast system and 50 to 60% safe and clean environment. So when we see this overall, overall recommended is the precast construction itself, which has to be used. And here I have taken some of the reviews by the major precast construction technologies which are being used by the major companies. Here I have listed some 2-3 reviews which was given by the CMD of the Chairman Managing Director of the Supertech Limited, which is at Noida, Delhi. And this was a review taken from the Economic Times. 50,000 customers will be benefited by the use of the precast technology. This technique will help in keeping up the tempo of the construction in all the season, and structures can be built in the technology do not need plastering, as this method makes the very surface very smooth, require very little maintenance and all. So here is the review which is given by the companies also, like which has many advantages and many things which can be avoided in the conventional system, which can be more advantageous in precast construction. So here is the one more Shobha Developers, which is the Shobha Developers. The regional head has given the review saying that the advantages in adopting this technology will have a good structural stability, speedy and quality construction, flexibility and wastage control, and less manpower requirement. So, and also the managing director of Unimex Infra Limited has said that the precast technology saves a lot of construction time and offers quality, value and speed up at the same time. Not only does it speed up construction, but it also enhances the quality of the final output. Also, precast and engineered home material eliminates the need of the auxiliary activities like plastering, electrical wiring, as I said, as being said by the other companies review also. So these were the some of the 2-3 reviews at the Economic Times which were given by the major precast construction companies. So overall, when we see, coming to the conclusion or the points to be considered after seeing the some of the issues, is the major common issues and the challenges faced in the developing the precast industry of the India should be studied, and persistent problems in detailing, quality and productivity can be addressed and improved. And need to build precast industry consortium to address the major issues at national level. And precast the consortiums are the organizations have to be formed to inculcate this precast construction, or to make aware people that to use. ICI is doing a great job by promoting this precast construction. And we also have to think about this and start using this precast construction in a better manner, in a larger manner. Also, to address this, addressing to promote the many developmental and innovative products in building construction with standard practices and the guideline. And research in academic institution and industrial product certification in the laboratories will enhance the precast construction in India. As we see, as it is said, this precast construction or the precast subject has to be inculcated to for research in the academic institution and industrial product certification laboratory, so that we can have many new products or new inventions in this precast technology. And also, we people should become aware of this technology and start using this, and hopefully we will use this in technology. And I think this video lecture was a bit useful, and I just briefly told about the general issues of the precast construction in Indian scenario. Thank you for listening. Thank you.